Welcome back to our channel, and thank you guys so much for following along in our infertility journey. I'm just doing a quick recap of what's been going on in the past couple months. So if you missed our initial videos, it started with us getting started with the initial test. I had blood work, ultrasound, Chris's sperm examination, and an HSG test, and we got the results that my fallopian tube is blocked. So that's why we were having such a hard time trying to get pregnant, and that was a pretty difficult reality to overcome, but we overcame it. So because of my fallopian tube and because the egg wasn't able to come down to meet the sperm, my doctor didn't really recommend doing any other fertility treatments. There's other steps before IVF, but they weren't gonna help because my egg and Chris's sperm just weren't meeting. So we went straight to the big guns. We started IVF December 17th with an ultrasound and shots. So you guys saw a series of me doing shots every single day in different dosage and different amounts of shots. And in the last shot that I showed you in the last video was our trigger shot. So the trigger shot will initiate ovulation. So this entire time the shots have been promoting egg growth so they can extract it. And I'm now gonna ovulate within 36 hours. It's the day of my egg retrieval. Woo! So today's the 27th. I started this on December 17th. So for exactly 10 days, I have been injecting shots to stimulate egg production and stop me from ovulating so they can take it out today. So we don't know how many eggs we'll get or how many eggs will mature or things like that, but we'll get some numbers today. We're gonna leave in about 25 minutes. I took a shower this morning without any soap, just water rinse, rinsing off any chemicals or anything that might have been on my body from products that I've used, because they said no manicures, no makeup, no fragrance, no contact lenses, no jewelry. There's a few other things, but it's like you basically want to go in just loose clothing, don't want to carry a lot of stuff. So I'm just literally, Chris is carrying my ID. I'm not even taking my wallet. I'm just taking chapstick. And that's it. So my appointment is at 8:55. I take a COVID test, and then they'll administer me in. Exciting. I read all the, I saw last night, I kind of couldn't sleep because I was excited for today, but then last night I psyched myself out because I started watching all these YouTube vlogs about the egg retrieval process, and everybody was like, I was out for a week. I was so tired. I was so sick for 3 days, and I'm like slightly panicking. But you know what? Every IVF video I've watched, it's different. Some people don't feel a thing. Some people with the hormone injections, their hormones were crazy and their emotions were raging, but I haven't had any of those side effects except for bloating and boob pain and nausea, slight nausea. My mood has been totally fine. It hasn't been that bad. Honestly, for me so far, the shots are the worst. But I've seen other vlogs and they're like, the shots are the easiest. So I think it just varies person to person. But yeah, today's the day. And then I actually have my transfer later this week. Again, I'm doing a fresh transfer versus a frozen transfer. Frozen transfer, after you retrieve your eggs, there's a 2 to 3 week window where you're just injecting yourself with progesterone shots and getting prepared for the transfer. But I'm doing a fresh transfer, so I don't have that 2-3 week period. I have like 3 days, 3 or 4 days, depending on how well the embryos grow. So I could literally be pregnant like next week. I just had to take a COVID test, and they really shove it up there. It hurt, like it like shoved up to here. It hurts so much. Literally hurts. I teared up. I still have water. Ugh. It hurts so much. Chris went in to do his sperm thingy, and then he's getting some blood work done as well. And then after that, I get to go in. I'm waiting for I took an antigen test, so waiting for the result for that. And then they're going to take me in around 9:15, 9:20. And then I'm going to be put under. She said that I'll probably wake up around 11 to 11:30. Early is 10:30. And then we'll see our doctor, get the numbers and all that. So, oh my gosh, that freaking COVID test hurts. So this is my mini cell. Bed. I have the keys to my locker that has all my belongings. IV that I'll probably be plugged into. I'm just gonna chill. Oh, you should see what I look like. Oh my gosh, guys. I'm so trendy. Got a little bonnet going on. My outfit. I have a bit of a waiting period because the girl before me is running late. Which is fine. Kind of not, because I'm starving. And I'm so thirsty. Oh well. So we got back from the extraction around 12:30. I woke up around 11:30. It was pretty wild. You guys saw where I was like stationed in my cell, and then there was supposed to be a girl before me, but she was late, so I was waiting. They were like waiting for her to come, and then she was too late, so they were like, "You were just gonna you go first." So I went into this like room, and they have like screens. Sorry, I just choked on my snack. There were these screens and those like heart monitor things. And then they made me lay, and you literally lay like your arms are like flat out and your legs like this. And then they strap you down. They like strapped me down with Velcro. And they put an oxygen mask on me, and they put me on the heart thing. It's like deek, 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 deek. And the nurse was like, oh my gosh, like, you're not even, like, you're so calm. Most people are so nervous or, like, petrified. And I was like, but inside I was, like, freaking out. And I was like, yeah. And then, like, 1 minute passes, 2 minutes passes, and we're still waiting for the doctor, but he's not there yet. So as we're waiting, we're like waiting. And then the longer I wait, the faster my heart rate starts going. It's like, beep, 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 beep. And so my nurse was like, oh my gosh, you're just starting to get nervous. It's okay. Like, you can calm down. Like, take a deep breath. Like, it won't be painful. You won't feel a thing during the procedure. Da, 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 da. And then I was like, okay. And the doctor finally came. I had to confirm who I am. Because everything's about, like, identification. Because that would be so horrible if they mixed up, like, embryos or anything like that. So, we did that, and then I had an IV drip thingy-majiggy, and she was like, all right, now we're gonna get started, so just relax. And that's the last thing I heard. Just relax. And I was like, and then I felt something going inside my body, and then I started coughing. I was like, like, almost like almost like now when I just choked on my snack, but I feel like I choked on my spit or something, and I was like, and then I passed out. And next thing I know, I like woke up back in my cell, and I was like, whoa, where am I? And I was really groggy. I almost felt hungover. That's what it felt like. And then they gave me some painkillers. They injected me with some painkillers, and then I changed out of my clothes. They were asking if I was okay. They asked me if I was okay like 10 times, because they said that a lot of girls will be like, oh yeah, I'm fine. And then they walk and they go, pass out. So they like really wanted me to take my time. So I really slept for like an hour and a half maybe, because I think my procedure was around 9:45-ish. And I woke up at like 11:35-ish. So like I almost slept for 2 hours. And then I went out, I got changed, I went outside. Chris was waiting for me along with like two other husbands. And then we went down to see my doctor. This whole time I feel so nauseous and I haven't eaten anything. So Chris had packed me my favorite chocolate protein shake, so I can just kind of like drink that after. Well, that was a bad idea, because I drank that and I felt even more nauseous, and I actually ended up throwing up. So we went to see my doctor, and they were able to extract 20 eggs, and out of 20 of them, 15 matured. So what they're gonna do is they're gonna do this thing, IVF, something like that. So basically they're just gonna put the egg, and then they're just gonna in a petri dish, and then drop some sperm, and then see if the sperm will just naturally like penetrate the egg. If that doesn't work, that's when they'll inject it with a needle and inject it with the sperm. So we'll see how many survives after 15, because not all of them are going to be genetically okay, or they're not gonna develop. Like out of the 15, I read that most, like half of it, you can't even use. I watched this one blog, and she said that she had like 20 matured eggs, and then they ended up with one, like okay one. So it just all varies person to person. So we're gonna do the transfer, which means like transfer is when they take the embryo, the healthiest ones, they take 2, and they're gonna inject me with 2 embryos. So that's why like twins are a possibility. I think it's like 15% chance of twins if both embryos are able to latch on and grow, then we'll have twins. But most of the time only one survives. So that's where we're at. So we came home, we're binge watching Netflix, and Chris is just passed out. He's been a trooper because I was whiny. I was like, I feel hungover, and I was whiny, so because I was hungry. So he's take care of me. So now he's passed out, and I'm binge watching Money Heist. If you guys haven't seen that, Money Heist is the bomb. Okay, so it's one day post-retrieval. It is 7:16 a.m. Chris just left for work. I think Chris was up pretty much all night throwing up because I think he was so nervous for the procedure for me, because previously, the night before, we watched all these vlogs, and I quote, one of the vloggers said, "It hurts more than childbirth." So I think he was really nervous for me, and he was just like tense the entire time, because it takes a couple hours after, like, the procedure's short. It's like 15 to 20 minutes, but it's like waking up from the anesthesia that takes a long time. But after we got back, it was like 12:31, so we were starving. Chris had eaten breakfast, but he was starving, so he like scarfed down his meal, and I think that's when he like his body just like relaxed, and that's when he just got sick. So he was up all night, sick, poor kid, and had to go to work. But anyways, I wanted to show you guys what kind of medication I'm taking. So my retrieval was Monday. My transfer is Thursday. I'm doing a fresh transfer, so I don't have any shots this week, which I thought I would, but I don't. But I am taking some aspirin and antibiotics, since for the procedure that I have for the retrieval thing. But what's really cool about Korea is that they pre-package it for you in these little things, and it literally has your name, like the date that I got it, but it also numbers them for you, so it tells you which one to take, and it says AM, PM, everything like that, so you can really keep track of it and you don't forget which ones to take. PM, I have 3 pills. Morning, I have 2, so it varies, so they help you remember it. And then unlike America, where the prescription and everything is on the bottle, they give it to you in this form. I don't know what you're not allowed to see here. I don't even know. But they write down everything that you've been prescribed on this piece of paper, and it serves as a receipt, so you know how much everything costs. And then the last thing I have to take is this. This is it says estrogen and progesterone and related ... So I have to insert this vaginally, so they gave me this like tampon applicating thing, so I put this in 3 times a day, and that's it. My transfer will be Thursday. And they also said after to drink a lot of electrolytes, and if you didn't know, Gatorade and drinks like that have a ton of sugar and like artificial coloring and all these things. So I did a ton of Googling, and I found this 0 calories. This is only in Korea, but I found this 0 calories Ion the Fit Zero, like water. 0 calories, athleisure drink. I found this so Chris bought me like a whole bunch of them, so I've been drinking this. And pain wise, like I said yesterday, I was totally fine. I had like some period cramps, but I was fine. This morning it's the same. Like I still have a dull pain, but occasionally I get these like sharp shooting pains, like ooh, like sharp period cramps almost. I don't really know how to explain it, but it's not often, but it just comes and goes. But at all times I have very dull pain. That's about it. It is 1:30 a.m. I can't sleep because my stomach hurts. My stomach hurts so much, and I have like really bad nausea. My stomach feels so full. I have cramping. It's hard to breathe. I can't lay. It hurts to lay. It feels better if I sit. And then I keep dry heaving, so I'm in the bathroom. scared to drink because it hurts to pee. It like, when I try to pee, sorry this is TMI, but it feels like here it's like ripping. It's not like an UTI where it burns. It's like, it literally feels like it's, my muscles are like contracting. It's like, holy crap. I'm so nauseous. I read that your stomach may fill up with fluid, so I have to keep weighing myself because you can like gain 8 pounds of fluid in like a couple days, and if it gets too much, the fluid can transfer to your lungs. So I have to keep track of my weight and keep track of my stomach bloating, and if it gets out of control, I have to go to the hospital. I saw this girl and they had to like make an incision and basically insert a tube, and then it like all this like fluid started coming out, and it's like jugs and jugs of fluid. Yikes. I don't think I'll get there, but I think so far IVF has been super good to my body. I think I jinxed it because I was like, oh, IVF isn't even that bad. And then here I am. You know, a scale of 1 to 10. This is an 8.5. Yeah. Now that I'm sitting, it feels better, but when I was laying, I couldn't breathe. I couldn't sleep. Oh, I'm gonna throw up. But okay, so today was rough. Well, last night you guys saw that I couldn't sleep at all. So this morning around 9:30 I called the hospital. More like the clinic. The clinic is inside a hospital, and this hospital's huge. There's like labor and delivery. There's the infertility clinic. There's even like a hotel for after birth where moms go and get pampered. That's a Korean culture thing. I'll talk about that maybe in a different video. It's pretty magnificent actually. But anyways, I went and they pretty much saw me immediately, and they gave me a shot on my butt for painkillers, and then they hooked me up to an IV, basically just like saline electrolytes getting inside my system. And then I felt a whole lot better. I still have a lot of bloating and discomfort. And I was like I'm like actually scared that I have something called OHSS, which means like ovarian hyperstimulation syndrome. So basically, I just got 20 eggs removed, but in those, you know, there's like holes in those spots. Not like holes, but placeholders where the eggs were. And your body naturally fills them up with fluid to heal. And this happens to everybody. But some people, like me, their body hyperstimulates the healing process, I guess. And the fluid, it fills up the ovaries, and then there's no more room, so they leak into other organs, and that's what's causing the bloating and all that. And luckily mine isn't that bad, so I don't have to like go get it drained or anything, but I do have discomfort, and my doctor wants to continue on with the transfer tomorrow morning for day 3 embryos, fresh transfer. And I'm kind of worried because I don't feel like my body's at its optimum state. But I'm just gonna trust God and trust this doctor that they know what they're doing. But I also have a feeling tomorrow when I go in and they do an ultrasound and they're gonna be like, oh, just kidding, your ovaries are filled with fluid, we can't do this transfer. So I feel like he's gonna give me 2 options. This is all according to my research, by the way, so I don't even know if this will happen. So the 2 options that I think he'll give me is, if I can't do the transfer tomorrow, 1, do day 5 transfer, fresh transfer, but the pro is I have 2 more days to let my body heal. Con is that the embryos may not last until day 5. So we pulled 20, but 15 were mature. And after the 15 and the screening and stuff and like mating of the sperm and the egg, only like 50%-ish like make it, like mutate. So I'm expecting like anywhere between 6 to 1, hopefully. So let's say that, let's pretend that I end up with 4 fresh embryos on day 3. So in Korea's law, if you're under 35 and you're doing a day 3 transfer, you must put in 2 embryos to increase the chances of getting pregnant. If you are over 35, they can only put in 1. Oh no, they can put in 3, I believe, because it's harder for you to get pregnant. And then for day 5 transfers, because not all embryos make it, they can only put in 1. So if that embryo doesn't stick, then we fail the round. I hope that made sense. Does that make sense, honey? Did you listen to anything that I just said? Mm-hmm. That makes sense? Mm-hmm. That makes sense. So, yeah. Or option number 2, he's gonna just tell me, all right, we have these embryos, let's just freeze them, do them next month. Which is fine. But I think his idea behind, or his reasoning behind wanting to do day 3 fresh transfer is because he thinks, because he's been like, studying my body basically and like reading all my levels, the maximum to maximize my IVF success, it would be day 3 transfer. That's what I think is going on inside his head, because he's very like analytical and like calculates every little detail. So that's why I think he wants to do day 3. But he did say, when we do the transfer tomorrow and I get pregnant, this bloating and this discomfort is gonna last maybe all the way through my first trimester. That terrifies me, because I do not want to feel like this for 12 weeks. Or how long is first trimester? I don't even know. Freaking A. I don't know. But yeah, like 8 to 12 weeks. I can't. So that's that. I'm feeling very nervous for tomorrow, because I want it to work. Because I googled also, which I shouldn't have. But if you do have OHSS, you could also miscarry. And I can miscarry with a healthy body as well, but I feel like if I miscarry, I'm going to be like, oh my gosh, just because I was bloated. Or oh my gosh, just because I didn't wait for my body to heal. Or something. And I'm going to have all these what ifs. So those are my thoughts right now. So we'll see if we do the transfer tomorrow. As of now, we're doing it. Trust God, trust the doctors, and just, yeah. Good morning. Today's the day of the transfer. My stomach is feeling significantly better. I mean, guys, I really prayed so hard last night that I'm able to recover for today, because yesterday I really didn't think that I was going to be able to do it, because my stomach was so bloated and the pain was just, I was like, nope, I definitely can't. It's too much fluid. Anyways, I peed like every 2 hours last night, and then the bloating has gotten significantly better. But it's still hard. My tummy's hard and my cheeks are red again, so I feel like I still have some inflammation inside my body. But the pain has completely swapped. So before, it felt like someone was stretching out my stomach and I couldn't breathe. But now I feel like everything is the opposite. Everything's like contracting and everything's just going in and everything's being squeezed. So it almost feels like, you know, like hunger pain, but times like 10, where it's like, oh, but it's like all over my stomach. So I think it's my organs that were expanded from the fluid, and then now that it's being drained, so it's like slowly going back to its normal size, and it's just like causing shrinking pain. So I'm so thankful. Thank you, Jesus. So transfers in like 2 hours. So within 2 hours, I'm gonna try to pee some more. And yeah, oh my gosh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy. So I had my transfer. Transfer's not bad at all. If there's like any pain, if you've ever had a pap smear, it basically feels like that, for just like that discomfortness for about like 10 to 15 minutes, and then it's done. Super easy. You're not under any anesthesia or anything like that. You're wide awake. And I went, just had to change my bottoms, as you got. Just change my bottoms, not the entire outfit, just like the, what's it called, retrieval. I can't think. Super short. It's very interesting because there's these 2 nurses there that always like help you, like direct you. This is the bed you're going to be laying at. This is da 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 da. And then so it was them 2 and my doctor, and then we go into a room where, you know, you're straddled and things like that. And they were playing classical music, so that was very calming. I had to wait about 10 to 15 minutes because there was a transfer before me. So during that time, I was laying in my bed and I was just praising and praying, and like tears just started strolling down my face because I just felt so thankful for everything that has happened so far. And like, although I'm having a bad reaction and my stomach's so bloated and there's so much pain, I'm so glad the transfer happened. Because, you know, you guys, I was talking about how it wasn't going to happen. And I don't know if you could have told in the video, but I was super anxious. I was nervous all night. And then I went, and then the doctor was like, everything looks great. Your uterus line is thick, and that's what they want. So we ended up transferring 2 fresh day 3 embryos. So yesterday we got, not yesterday. Was it yesterday? I don't even know. We were told we got 20 eggs were extracted, 15 were mature. Out of 15, 10 fertilized, and then 7 made it to day 3. So I ended up with 7 embryos. So 2 were inserted in me. Now I have 5 left to be frozen. So the next time we want to, if this round doesn't work and we have to do another round, I have 2 sets of transfers left because it's two at a time. And then if those 2 times don't work, and those 2 times I'll do a frozen transfer. And if I fail those 2 rounds as well, then I have to do a retrieval again. This is back to step 1. I really don't want that, and my doctor is very confident, and I have so much peace and comfort in my heart, no matter the outcome. But my doctor's confident, and he was like, everything looks good. I don't think there's a lot of worrying to do. He did tell me that because it's my first round of IVF, he did the most standard procedure in the sense of dosage and like retrieval and transfer, like that, because I think some people, if you've done multiple rounds, you can kind of maneuver around with dosages of hormones and when you're doing transfer and whatnot. But with me, it was like to the book, to the T type of thing. And that's what he said he did. My bloating is back. I don't know why. It was so much better this morning, but it's back. I woke up from a nap, so maybe it's because I'm not drinking enough of my electrolytes. Yesterday, I think I literally drank 10 of these. So today I gotta drink like another 10. Chris ordered 2 more boxes. And he's like, he's not letting anyone else drink them. They're like everywhere. I wish you could see our room. Our room is a mess. We also live with our in-laws. I don't know if you guys knew, but I live with my in-laws and they're the most amazing in-laws. Like literally, they do more for me than I think my mom would do for me. But yeah, so my mother-in-law has been going with me. She came with me yesterday. She came with me today because she was like, I think it freaked her out because I was like in pain because this whole time I was fine, and then all of a sudden I was like, I'm dying. So she was like, holy crap. And and during the transfer, I know she was outside praying for me. But anyways, everything about today was amazing. We got there on time. The nurses were friendly. Like everything was just so smooth. Transfer went great. I went downstairs. I got a progesterone shot on my butt. Oh, I have to massage that. Oh, it hurts. What the? Anyways, but everything was just so smooth. Everything went so smoothly. And then after we were done, we walked around the hospital and we found like a local farmer's market. And my mother-in-law loved that. We love that kind of stuff. So we like got some like fresh, we got some fresh seafood actually. And then we walked around and the bus came right on time. And my mother-in-law really wanted to take a taxi. But a taxi is like 20 times more expensive than a bus. And I was like, no, we don't need to take a taxi. Because we took a taxi there. And I was like, we can just take the bus. The bus ride is like 25-minute bus ride. And because I've been doing this commute for a long time, I know what kind of drivers, like all the drivers are the same, they rotate. And I know which driver's rough and I know which one's smooth. And like, God knew that I was gonna, because I was actually worried that we were gonna get a rough driver, and I like wanted to like go smoothly, like in a smooth ride. And God like literally gave me the woman driver who drives so much slower, so much smoother. Her brakes are so much like less like that. So I was so thankful. We got home perfectly fine. I didn't get sick. Like I didn't feel car sick at all because I get really bad like motion sickness. Anyways, but it was so good. And then we came, we went and got some dumplings, mandu, like fresh off the like thing, like freshly made, steamed. We came, we ate it. It was delicious. I enjoyed it, and then I passed out and I just woke up. So, and the song that I was really listening to before my transfer was A Million Little Miracles, and today I experienced all those miracles. I don't believe in coincidences. I really truly believe that God's paved the way for me today and allowed every single thing to work out so smoothly and so just relaxed, because things like we could have been waiting for the bus for 45 minutes, like all that stuff. The transfer could have not happened today, you know, so everything just was going so well. So I'm at peace. I have so much comfort. That's like the only 2 words I can explain. Peace and comfort. That's all I have. And I truly experienced so many miracles today. I'm so excited for more miracles to happen in the coming days. And when do I find out when I'm pregnant? So I go next Friday. I get some blood work, and then they told me they're going to call me within 2 hours after my blood work to tell me if my beta counts are high enough. And the higher it is, the better it is. So based on that, they're going to tell me, I guess, if I'm pregnant or not. and they increase substantially over time. Like I saw that one blogger said that it's supposed to like double each day or something. So things are happening very fast. So my timeline, today's the 30th. When did I start this? On the 17th. So this is all within 13 days. Including the blood work, it'll be 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21 days is my first round of IVF. Again, my IVF round is shorter than what you were probably imagining because I did a day 3 fresh transfer. I have a friend here and she reacted really badly to the trigger shot and the retrieval process. Like she bloated hard. She actually, I think, had OHSS. So they had to wait a month. They couldn't do a fresh transfer and they had to do a frozen transfer. So hers was like 2 months long. But me, because I was able to do a fresh transfer, that's why mine is 21 days. But it's so crazy how different the process is in the States compared to here. Like here, you can't know the gender of your embryos, where in America, you can. You can even pick, which I think is kind of scary. But you can know. But here, you can't know the gender of the embryos. So I have no idea if they put a girl or boy girl or boy girl. I don't know. I'll be resting here all day, chugging electrolytes. If there's anything I want to tell anyone who will go through IVF, stock up on your electrolytes. Stock up, pee it out. Oh my gosh, pee it out. Like it hurts to pee. I told you that, right? But it's gotten better. But you know what else hurts? Someone was like, oh, it could be filled with gas. Yeah, it probably has gas. And have you ever experienced severe pain while trying to fart? No. I know it's TMI, but I literally felt like this. Like that. That's how, like, it hurts to fart. How crazy is that? And I heard that you're going to be constipated, so I've been, like, taking probiotics as well, so... If it wasn't for the side effects, it really isn't that bad. But I'm fine. I'm feeling very thankful. I feel very blessed. I have peace and comfort in my heart. And I'm going to switch it out by drinking some pomegranate juice. Yeah! I'll let you guys know if I go into the hospital. Oh, did I say this? I don't even know. But my doctor said I can come in tomorrow to drain it. Drain the fluids if it doesn't get any better. Just be hoping for the best. That this just flushes out on its own. So yeah. I'm also going to be measuring my belly because this bloating is insane. Like I took a picture of my bloating versus what I thought was bloating when I was doing the hormone shots. But no, was I humbled by those pictures. That was not bloating at all. Now this is bloating.